Famous soul stars can look fearless on stage, but many were hiding painful secrets. Loud crowds screaming, bright lights on huge stages, tour buses rolling through the night. But the real battles happened in private, offstage. These are 10 untold stories of soul bands torn apart by betrayal. I'm not here to laugh or judge. You think you know this story, but you don't. And near the end, one story will shock you. A backstage betrayal that ended a band overnight. Number 10. The OJs. Backstabbers. This one feels almost too real for this list. Picture a late night radio playing softly in a quiet room, city lights glowing through the window. This song comes on, and suddenly you feel like the world isn't as friendly as it looks.
It's out in your face. All the time they want to take your place, the backstab.
It sounds smooth, warm, beautiful, but underneath, there's fear and suspicion hiding in every word.
It's out in your face. All the time they want to take.
Released in 1972 on Philadelphia International Records, this song was produced by the legendary Gamble and Huff during the golden age of Philly soul.
And it's all in the fellas, better beware.
The lyrics talk about betrayal from people close to you, friends, smiling in your face while secretly working against you. It became one of the group's biggest hits, reaching number 1 on the R&B charts and crossing into the pop charts worldwide. The song became a defining anthem of trust, fame, and the darker side of success. Fun fact, the song was originally offered to another group first, but when the OJs recorded it, the emotion in their voices made it unforgettable.
And again, yeah. So are they there?
Why it hits hard today? The irony is powerful. The song about betrayal became part of a career filled with business struggles and industry pressures behind the scenes.
So are they there to see my woman? I don't even be home, but they...
When you listen now, it feels like they were singing their own future. Real heads keep this one like a secret key. And the next group on this list proves that sometimes the biggest hits hide the biggest heartbreak behind the harmony. Number 9, The Stylistics. You Make Me Feel Brand New. This song sounds like pure love, but the real story behind the group is painful. Slow dancing in your living room at night, lights low, curtains closed, vinyl spinning softly. This song plays and everything feels warm and gentle.
You held my life within your hand.
It feels like romance, trust, and forever love. But behind the music, trust inside the group was slowly breaking. Released in 1974 on Avco Records, produced by legendary songwriters Tom Bell and Linda Creed, this became one of the biggest soul ballads of the decade. The lyrics speak about deep love, gratitude, and devotion.
Explain.
The song reached the top 10 on the Billboard charts and became a global wedding favorite. It helped define the smooth Philadelphia soul sound that ruled the 70s. From the outside, everything looked perfect. Fun fact, the group recorded many of their biggest hits without even realizing how much money the songs were making. They trusted the business side completely. That trust would later break their hearts. Why this story hurts. Despite huge success, the group later discovered they were not earning what their hits were worth. Years of success, but very little financial reward. This created deep tension and heartbreak inside the group and with the people they trusted most. The music sounded rich and beautiful. But the reality behind the scenes was very different. Real heads keep this story like a secret key. Keep listening, because the next story gets even more shocking when fame and family collide. Number 8, En Vogue, Don't Let Go, Love. This song sounds strong and powerful, but behind it, the group was starting to break apart. Picture a late 90s night drive, city lights passing the window, radio playing low. This song comes on, and suddenly the whole car feels quiet. Their voices sound united, confident, perfect together, but behind the harmony, things were starting to fall apart. Released in 1996 on Elektra Records, produced by Organized Noise, this song became one of their biggest hits. It was featured in the film Set It Off, which helped the track explode worldwide. The lyrics talk about holding on to love and fighting to keep a relationship alive. But at the same time, the group was dealing with contract disputes and disagreements about money and management.
Have the right to lose control. Don't let go.
The song reached the top 10 on the Billboard charts and became a signature R&B anthem of the 90s.
I live in misery when you're not around.
Fun fact, this became the group's biggest hit after internal tension had already started behind the scenes. Fans had no idea the group was slowly changing while the song was climbing the charts.
I often tell myself that we could be more than just.
Why this story hurts. Success can bring pressure, and as the group grew bigger, disagreements about contracts and direction became harder to ignore.
Don't let go.
Members left, new chapters began, the harmony stayed on the records, but the bond was never the same again. Real heads keep this one like a secret key. And the next group on this list faced an even bigger shock when money and fame changed everything overnight. Number 7, Destiny's Child, Say My Name.
Say my name. If no one is around you, say baby I love you. If you ain't running.
This song sounded confident and powerful, but behind the scenes, everything was falling apart. Picture the late 90s. TV countdown, shows, bright stage lights, magazine covers everywhere.
But today it ain't the same. Every other word is a yeah, okay. Good.
This song is playing in a record shop, and you hear strong voices singing about trust and loyalty. It feels confident, bold, empowering. But behind the harmonies, real tension was growing inside the group.
Going down, that's the way it seems. Nobody's holding you back from me.
Released in 1999 through Columbia Records, produced by Darkchild, Rodney Jerkins, this became one of the biggest R&B hits of the era.
Not the one to sit around and be played, so prove yourself to me. I'm the girl that you cry.
The lyrics talk about suspicion, cheating, and asking for honesty in a relationship. The song topped charts around the world and became a defining moment for late 90s R&B and pop culture. But while the song climbed the charts, serious disputes and legal battles were beginning behind the scenes. The success was huge, but the trust inside the group was breaking. Fun fact, the music video had to be reshot after group members changed. Many fans first learned about the lineup changes by watching the new version of the video on TV.
2 seconds ago, said you just got in the house. It's hard to believe that you are at home.
Why this story hurts. The group was becoming global superstars, but lawsuits and public drama followed soon after. Members left suddenly, and the group's story changed forever.
Why don't you say the things that you said to me yesterday? I know you said that I was doing things. Something's going down.
The harmonies stayed beautiful, but the friendship was never the same. Real heads keep this one like a secret key.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
All ladies say. All the girls say.
Keep watching, because the next group story shows how fame and family can become a very painful mix. Number 6, Boys to Men, End of the Road.
I don't have no time for you to be playing my heart like this.
This song was about a breakup, but behind the scenes, the group was slowly changing too.
Why do you play with my heart?
Picture a late night radio playing softly in a quiet room. The lights are low. The world feels slow. That famous opening line begins, and suddenly memories start flooding back.
How could you?
This is pure soul pain. Gentle voices, big emotions. The kind of song people cry to in silence.
Say goodbye when I can't sleep at night.
Released in 1992 on Motown Records, produced by Babyface and L.A. Reid, this song became one of the biggest R&B hits ever. The lyrics talk about a relationship ending and the pain of saying goodbye to someone you still love.
You've never been there before.
It stayed at number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100 for 13 weeks, breaking records at the time. It helped make the group global superstars and one of the biggest vocal groups of the 90s.
Only your first time.
But huge success also brought pressure, contracts, and business decisions that slowly created distance inside the group.
Together forever, you and I.
Fun fact, the song was originally written for a movie soundtrack, but it became so big, it changed the group's career forever. Why this story hurts. The group never had a loud public breakup, but over time, business changes, health struggles, and industry pressure slowly changed the group's path. The golden era faded quietly instead of exploding. Sometimes the saddest betrayals are the silent ones. Real heads keep this one like a secret key.
Come on, everybody!
And the next group on this list faced a betrayal that became headline news around the world. Number 5, The Dramatics. What you see is what you get.
Some people are made of plastic.
This song sounds smooth and confident, but behind the harmony was a group slowly breaking apart.
Some people up to no good.
Picture a late night radio playing soft soul while city lights pass your window. The voices sound warm and close, like brothers singing together in perfect unity. But behind the music, trust was starting to crack.
As a real can get. If what you're
Released in 1971 on Volt Records, produced by Don Davis, this became one of the group's biggest hits. The lyrics talk about honesty and being real in relationships, telling the truth about who you are. The song reached the top 10 on the R&B charts and became a soul classic. For fans, the group looked united and strong on stage. But behind the scenes, money and management issues were quietly building tension.
What you're looking for is real loving.
Fun fact, the group originally formed in Detroit in the 60s and worked for years before finally breaking through. Their success came after a long struggle, which made the later conflict even more painful.
And sugar,
Why this story hurts after success arrived, disagreements about money, management, and ownership of the group name began. Members left. Legal battles followed. Different versions of the group started touring at the same time.
what you see is what you get. It's what you never looking at.
Fans didn't know who the real group was anymore. Real heads keep this one like a secret key. Keep watching, because the next story shows how fame can test even family bonds. Number 4, the Isley Brothers, For the Love of You. This story hurts because this was not just a band, this was family.
With a lover like no other.
A slow summer night, windows open, warm air moving through the room. A quiet soul record spins, and the world feels soft and peaceful.
Come on, baby, sing it. Oh, yeah. All that I'm getting.
This song feels gentle and loving on the surface, but behind that smooth harmony, a storm was slowly building inside the family. Released in 1975 on T-Neck Records, produced by the group themselves during their golden era. This song came from the album The Heat Is On, one of their biggest and most successful records. The lyrics speak about deep love and devotion, real love, forever love. But at the same time, the group was entering an era of huge money, fame, and growing business pressure. The song became a soul classic and a Quiet Storm radio favorite for decades. Fun fact, the Isley Brothers started as a gospel group in the 1950s. By the 70s, they had transformed into a full soul funk powerhouse, one of the longest running family groups in music history. Why the story turned sad? Success brought big money. Big money brought business problems.
Love is real. Your love.
In the 1980s, financial struggles and tax problems created serious tension inside the family. Members went separate ways, and the group's unity was never the same again. It wasn't one big fight. It was slow pressure that pulled the family apart. Real fans still feel the pain behind this story. And the next group on this list shows how fame and contracts can break trust even faster. Number 3, New Edition, Can You Stand the Rain? This is the sound of friendship being tested by fame. A late night radio playing slow love songs, city lights outside the window. The world feels quiet for a moment.
On a perfect day, I know that I can count.
This song feels soft and beautiful. But behind the smooth harmonies, the group was going through storms in real life. Released in 1988 on MCA Records, produced by the legendary production team Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis. It became one of the group's most loved ballads and a huge hit on the R&B charts.
All the days won't be perfect, but shall we get you?
The lyrics ask a deep question about love. Can someone stay with you during the hard times, not just the good ones?
Make it last. I'll do whatever needs to be done.
At the same time, the group was dealing with growing fame, money pressure, and changing relationships inside the band. Success was rising, but unity was getting harder to hold. Fun fact, the group almost didn't record this song because they thought it sounded too slow. It later became one of their most iconic and emotional hits.
But I need somebody who'll stand by me.
Why this story hurts. As the group grew older, members began leaving to start solo careers. Management problems and business decisions created tension and distance. The brotherhood that fans loved was slowly changing. The song now feels like a question asked inside the group itself. Real heads keep this one like a secret key. Keep watching, because the next story shows how money can change everything overnight. Number 2, TLC, Waterfalls. This song sounded smooth and beautiful on the radio, but behind the scenes, the story was painful. Picture late night radio in the mid-90s, city lights outside the window, quiet room. This song comes on and everything slows down. The beat is gentle, the voices feel soft and warm, but the story inside the music feels heavy and real. You can feel the sadness hiding inside the melody. Released in 1995 from the album Crazy, Sexy, Cool, produced by Organized Noise and released through LawFace Records. The song talks about real-life struggles, street life, addiction, and health risks. It became one of the biggest hits of the decade, reaching number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100 and staying there for weeks. The music video became iconic and helped define 90s pop and R&B culture. At the same time, this song ruled the charts. The group was dealing with serious money problems and label conflicts. Fun fact, TLC filed for bankruptcy while this album was still selling millions of copies. Fans were shocked. How could the biggest group in the world be broke? Why this story hurts. Success did not protect them from industry problems. Contracts, money issues, and pressure created deep tension behind the scenes. The world saw fame and success. The group felt stress and betrayal. Real heads keep this one like a secret key. And the next group story shows how family bonds can make betrayal hurt even more. Number 1, The Supremes, Stop, In the Name of Love.
Where you go, each time you leave with joy.
This song sounded joyful on the radio, but behind the smiles, the group was slowly breaking apart.
Before before you run to her, leaving me alone.
Picture a glowing TV stage in the 1960s. Bright dresses, perfect choreography, flashbulbs popping as the crowd screams.
I've even seen her maybe once or twice, but
Everything looks magical. Everything looks perfect. But behind the stage curtains, the air feels tense and quiet.
baby, get over.
You can almost feel the distance growing between friends. Released in 1965 on Motown Records, produced by the legendary Holland Dozier Holland team.
Haven't I been sweet to you? Stop.
This song became one of the group's biggest hits and topped the Billboard charts. The lyrics talk about love and trouble, a relationship about to fall apart.
Talk to her child. Haven't I been good?
Ironically, that story was happening inside the group in real life. As one member became the label's main focus,
Of love before you break my heart.
the balance inside the group began to change. Fame was rising fast, but unity was fading just as quickly.
With the more than my love and affection. This time
Fun fact, the famous hand gesture in the song's choreography was created by accident during rehearsal, and it became one of the most iconic moves in pop history.
it's so hard to be patient. Hoping you'll stop this.
Why this story still hurts. The group started as close friends chasing one dream together, but fame, pressure, and business decisions slowly created distance and hurt feelings.
Stop in the name of love.
By the end of the decade, the friendship was never the same again. The music sounded joyful, but the story behind it was full of pain.
In the name of love, before you break.
Real heads keep this one like a secret key.
I've even seen her maybe once or twice, but baby,
And the next group on this list proves that even family harmonies can break under pressure.